Hi, it's Steve from PartSelect. Today we're going to show you how to change the ice stripper and fill cup on the ice maker on your refrigerator, and it's a really easy job. All we're going to need is a 1/4 inch nut driver, a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, and maybe a small flat blade screwdriver. Let me show you how we do it. Now to do this repair, we'll start by opening the freezer door. First we'll turn the ice maker off. Then we'll remove the door. So just close that flipper. And then we'll gently spread these hinges apart, just enough to drop the pin out. And then roll that door forward and remove it completely. Just move this upper shelf. And then we'll remove that 1/4 inch hex head screw in the right rear corner. Now with the screw removed, we can take that cover off of the ice maker harness and just rotate that cover from the back and remove it. We can then take a flat blade screwdriver and just go into that first slot on either side of those tracks and just push up on it enough to release the locking tabs. And just pull it gently forward till we close that flipper door, and you can pull it forward until you meet the resistance of that fill tube on the top. Just gently pull that right past that. We get it out far enough that we can tilt it. Then with a flat blade screwdriver, we'll release that locking tab on the wire harness. And remove the connector. And we can now take the ice maker and set it on a suitable work surface where we can change out that stripper and the fill cup. Now with the ice maker on a suitable work surface, we can change out those two parts. So we'll start by taking the front off of the ice maker control. And with a flat blade screwdriver, just go in on the left hand side here and just push that out a little bit and pop it off. That will give us access to the 2 screws that hold that ice maker head to the mold itself, and as well to the wire harness connector on the side here that will need to be released as well. So we'll start by taking that flat blade screwdriver, just press down on that locking tab for the harness and push it back enough to release it. Then we'll remove these 2 screws. And we need a small enough Phillips screwdriver to fit into that 1/4 inch hole. Now once we've loosened those screws, we should be able to take that flat blade and just go in on the back and gently pry that control module forward. And you can slide that completely off of there. Now that will allow us to take the ejector arm and pull it out of the fill cup at the back. You just set that aside. Then you can rotate that fill cup out of the mold and discard it. And you can also slide the stripper forward and release the 2 tabs at the front and the 1 tab at the rear. And we'll discard that as well. Now our first step and reassemble will be to put the fill cup in place. So we're just going to rotate that center bushing into the hole, and then this tab will sit in behind this raised projection at the rear. We now take the stripper and install it. We'll put the long tab into that slotted opening at the back, pull the front of it into position, and engage the short tab in the slotted hole at the front. And then push it towards the rear to lock it into position. Make sure that the tab on the front is engaged in that hole, as well as the tab in the rear is fully inserted into that opening. We'll next install the ejector arm, and you'll note that one end has a longer projection on it with a flat side. That will face towards the front, and the round end will just slide into that bushing on the fill cup. We'll next put the ice maker control back on, and you'll note that the opening in the center of that has a flat side to match up with that ejector arm. So we'll need to hold that slightly in position until it lines up, and push that control firmly up against the mold. We'll retighten the Phillips screws. These screws have to be tightened securely. We want to also make sure that we properly engage the wire harness connector on the back side. You'll see how the harness lays in the back of the ice maker. We need to push that forward into the opening, and if need be, use the flat blade screwdriver to just push that firmly into position. Make sure that the locking tab engages, and you can check that through the opening on the side. We'll then put the cover back on the ice maker. And before we reinstall it, we'll show you how that cover fits over the harness on the back. Once we have the ice maker put back into the freezer, we're going to rotate this cover up over the back, and it will fit down in front of that harness connector and set in this position where we can put the screw up through the bottom to secure it in place. We're now ready to put the ice maker back in the refrigerator. So our first step will be to reconnect the wire harness and make sure that locking tab engages. Pull it far enough forward that we can line it up with the two tracks on the side. Now we have to get that fill cup past that fill tube, so reach in from behind and just push that fill tube forward until it clears the top of the fill cup, and then we can push it back all the way. And next we'll put that cover for the harness in place, so roll it up over the back of the ice maker and make sure that the front edge of that cover goes out in front of the harness, and then we'll replace that screw in the back corner. And next replace that shelf. And the door, we'll make sure that we push that door back past those hinges and then gently spread them enough that the pins will drop down into the holes on the hinge. Remember to turn the ice maker back on. And our repair is complete. I told you it was an easy job. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your repair.